Hi guys, Dr. Berg here. Today we're going to talk about something simple but incredibly powerful, what you can add to your coffee after 65 that can actually stop muscle loss and help you fight sarcopenia fast. Now, most people think that muscle loss is just part of aging. Not true. In fact, it's more about what you're missing than your age. After the age of 60, sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, begins to accelerate rapidly, particularly in individuals who lead a sedentary lifestyle. This condition is more than just a natural consequence of aging. It is a silent epidemic that affects mobility, independence, and overall health. While some degree of muscle loss is inevitable with age, inactivity magnifies its effects, making the condition far more severe and difficult to reverse over time. Sarcopenia begins subtly. You may notice that getting up from a chair takes more effort or that carrying groceries feels heavier than before. This is not merely getting older, it's the result of a decline in muscle protein synthesis, mitochondrial function, and hormonal production that occurs after 60. The body becomes less efficient at rebuilding muscle tissue, and if you are not engaging your muscles regularly, the breakdown exceeds the rebuilding, resulting in a net loss of lean mass. One of the most important mechanisms behind sarcopenia is the reduction in anabolic hormone levels such as growth hormone, testosterone, and insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1. These hormones play a key role in muscle maintenance and regeneration. When hormone levels drop, the body struggles to maintain the same muscle tone and recovery capacity. Without proper stimulation, such as resistance training or regular movement, the muscle fibers begin to shrink in size and number. Compounding this is a decline in mitochondrial efficiency. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells, producing the energy needed for muscle contraction and repair. As we age, mitochondrial function deteriorates, leading to fatigue, slower recovery, and weaker muscles. Sedentary behavior further reduces mitochondrial density, causing a vicious cycle of inactivity and energy depletion. In addition, many seniors suffer from inadequate protein intake or poor protein absorption. Even if they eat enough protein, their digestive systems may not break it down or utilize it effectively due to reduced stomach acid and enzyme production. This is where lifestyle and nutrition play a critical role. Seniors must not only consume high-quality bioavailable protein, but also remain physically active to encourage proper utilization of amino acids for muscle repair. The consequences of unchecked sarcopenia are serious. Loss of muscle contributes to instability, poor posture, decreased bone density, and increased risk of falls and fractures. It also correlates with metabolic decline, making it harder to regulate blood sugar and maintain a healthy weight. Many seniors with sarcopenia also experience depression and social withdrawal due to reduced mobility and independence. The good news is that sarcopenia is both preventable and, to some extent, reversible. Regular strength training, daily physical activity, and targeted nutrition, including adequate protein, creatine, omega-3 fatty acids, and anti-inflammatory compounds, can stimulate muscle repair and slow the progression of muscle loss. Even small, consistent changes such as walking, bodyweight exercises, and adding muscle-supportive foods can make a measurable difference. Ultimately, understanding that sarcopenia accelerates after 60, especially in sedentary individuals, empowers you to take proactive steps. Movement is not just helpful, it is essential. Muscle is a use it or lose it tissue, and the earlier you take action, the more control you have over your strength, energy, and longevity. Muscle loss with age, often referred to as sarcopenia, is commonly blamed on inactivity alone. But the truth is far more complex and far more serious. While a sedentary lifestyle does accelerate muscle deterioration, it is not the root cause. Scientific research has revealed that two deeper, often overlooked culprits are behind this process: hormonal decline and mitochondrial damage. These internal shifts begin subtly around age 40 but become far more pronounced after age 60, especially if not addressed proactively. Hormones are powerful biochemical messengers that regulate virtually every system in the body, including muscle growth and maintenance. Testosterone, growth hormone, GH, and insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, are especially vital for preserving lean muscle tissue. In youth, these hormones are abundant, which is why recovery from exercise is fast, muscle mass is easily gained, and energy levels remain high. But after age 50, and even more so after 60, production of these hormones declines significantly. Testosterone levels, for example, drop about 1% per year after midlife in men, and women experience a drop in anabolic hormones like DHEA and estrogen after menopause. As these hormonal levels decline, the body's ability to synthesize new muscle proteins slows down dramatically. Even if you are eating enough protein, without these hormonal signals, the amino acids don't effectively build new tissue. This is why seniors often experience anabolic resistance, where muscle growth becomes harder even with proper nutrition and exercise. The loss of hormone-sensitive muscle fibers leads to weakness, slower reflexes, and increased risk of injury. Mitochondrial damage compounds this problem. Mitochondria are the power plants of your cells, producing ATP, your body's energy currency. Healthy mitochondria are essential for muscle contraction, repair, and recovery. But as we age, mitochondrial DNA becomes damaged from oxidative stress, poor diet, environmental toxins, and lack of movement. Damaged mitochondria produce less energy, generate more free radicals, and fail to support muscle cells adequately. This means slower recovery, faster fatigue, and gradual loss of functional muscle. Even worse, as mitochondrial efficiency drops, your cells initiate a process called mitophagy, where damaged mitochondria are destroyed but not always replaced. This leads to a cellular energy crisis where your body literally doesn't have the power to maintain muscle integrity. This isn't just about strength. Mitochondrial decline also affects endurance, coordination, and even cognitive health. The hormonal and mitochondrial factors also create a vicious cycle. Hormonal decline reduces mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria, while poor mitochondrial function can suppress hormone production through disrupted signaling pathways in the hypothalamus and adrenal glands. The good news is both hormone balance and mitochondrial health can be supported through lifestyle interventions. Strength training is a powerful trigger for both anabolic hormone production and mitochondrial renewal. Certain foods, like omega-3 rich fish, leafy greens, coenzyme Q10, magnesium, and adaptogenic herbs, can also support these systems. Proper sleep, stress reduction, and intermittent fasting have also shown strong potential in restoring metabolic health at the cellular level. In summary, muscle loss after 60 is not just a result of getting older or not moving enough. It's a complex process driven by internal systems, hormonal and mitochondrial, that are often ignored. Addressing these factors holistically can help reverse muscle loss, restore vitality, and extend both lifespan and health span. Most seniors don't absorb enough protein or essential amino acids from food alone, and this is a major yet often overlooked contributor to muscle loss, weakness, and fatigue in aging adults. As we age, our digestive system undergoes several changes that directly affect how nutrients are broken down and absorbed. The result, even a seemingly high-protein diet may not actually deliver the amino acids needed to maintain muscle mass and physical function after age. The first issue is reduced stomach acid production, known as hypochlorhydria. Stomach acid plays a critical role in breaking down dietary proteins into absorbable amino acids. Without sufficient acid, large protein molecules pass into the small intestine only partially digested. This means your body misses out on the full benefit of even high-quality protein sources like eggs, meat, or fish. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from low stomach acid, which becomes more common with age and is often mistaken for heartburn or indigestion. Another factor is decreased enzyme activity. Enzymes like pepsin in the stomach and trypsin in the pancreas are essential for further breaking down proteins. Aging can impair pancreatic function, reducing the secretion of these enzymes and leading to poor nutrient absorption. This enzymatic insufficiency not only affects protein but also fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are crucial for muscle and joint health. Inflammation and gut microbiome imbalance also play a role. Chronic low-grade inflammation, which is common in older adults due to diet, medications, or stress, damages the lining of the intestines. This impairs nutrient uptake and contributes to conditions like leaky gut. At the same time, the diversity and strength of gut bacteria decline with age. Since beneficial microbes aid in breaking down proteins and synthesizing certain amino acids and B vitamins, their decline further limits nutrient assimilation. Beyond digestive health, seniors also experience anabolic resistance, a reduced ability to build muscle from the same amount of protein that younger people would benefit from. This means older adults not only need more protein per meal, but also need to space their intake strategically throughout the day to maintain muscle synthesis. Unfortunately, most seniors eat very little protein at breakfast and lunch, concentrating it at dinner when their digestive efficiency is lowest. Moreover, many seniors also have decreased appetite due to medications, reduced activity, or hormonal changes, which makes it harder to consume enough protein consistently. Even when they do, without proper absorption, the body remains in a state of low-grade deficiency, unable to repair muscle tissue, respond to exercise, or recover from illness or injury effectively. Supplementing with easily digestible protein sources like collagen peptides, whey protein isolate, or amino acid blends can help bridge the gap. So can taking digestive enzymes supporting stomach acid naturally with apple cider vinegar or betaine HCl, and improving gut health with probiotics, including nutrient-dense foods like bone broth, fermented foods, and cooked rather than raw protein sources may also enhance absorption. In short, simply eating more protein is not the solution. For seniors, it's about maximizing digestion, improving absorption, and ensuring bioavailability of the amino acids needed for muscle maintenance, energy, and overall vitality. Without addressing these hidden barriers, sarcopenia and physical decline will continue, even with a seemingly adequate diet. Coffee can become a powerful delivery system for muscle-building nutrients, especially for seniors if it's done correctly. While coffee is typically seen as just a morning pick-me-up, it can actually be transformed into a nutrient-rich anabolic beverage that supports muscle preservation, energy, and healthy aging. The key lies in what you add to it and when you drink it. As people age, particularly after the age of 60, muscle loss becomes a serious concern. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, affects balance, mobility, metabolism, and overall quality of life. While regular exercise and protein intake are essential to countering sarcopenia, many seniors miss an opportunity right at the start of the day. Black coffee alone does have benefits. It contains antioxidants and may boost metabolism, but it lacks the protein, healthy fats, and muscle-repairing nutrients needed for optimal aging. In fact, drinking coffee on an empty stomach may temporarily raise cortisol levels, which in turn can promote muscle breakdown if not balanced with nutrient intake. Now, imagine turning your morning coffee into a functional supplement, a warm delivery system for key muscle-preserving compounds. Adding a scoop of collagen peptides, for instance, transforms it into a high-quality protein source. Collagen provides the amino acids glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, which are especially beneficial for connective tissue, joints, and skin areas that degrade with age. More importantly, collagen can contribute to lean body mass when combined with resistance training. Next, consider adding healthy fats like MCT oil, medium-chain triglycerides, or grass-fed ghee. These fats are easily absorbed and converted into ketones, which serve as clean fuel for both the brain and muscles. Ketones also help reduce inflammation, improve mitochondrial efficiency, and may support muscle recovery by providing sustained energy without insulin spikes. A sprinkle of cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar, reducing the insulin resistance that often impairs nutrient uptake and muscle protein synthesis in seniors. A small amount of magnesium glycinate powder or a pinch of sea salt in your coffee can further support muscle function by replenishing essential electrolytes lost through stress or caffeine-induced urination. Some seniors also benefit from adding adaptogens like ashwagandha or medicinal mushrooms such as cordyceps or lion's mane. These compounds support hormonal balance, stress reduction, and energy, key factors in maintaining an anabolic muscle-building environment. Timing is also important. Drinking this enhanced coffee within an hour of waking up, ideally alongside or just before a light protein-rich breakfast, can prevent morning muscle catabolism. If you train in the morning, this nutrient-infused coffee acts as a pre-workout, priming your body with energy and amino acids to support performance and recovery. In summary, when strategically enhanced, coffee becomes more than a beverage. It becomes a daily nutritional protocol for combating muscle loss. By combining high-quality protein, anti-inflammatory fats, electrolytes, and adaptogens, your morning cup becomes a convenient and effective way to support lean mass, joint health, and overall vitality in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. One specific collagen-rich superfood added to coffee can significantly stimulate muscle repair and joint recovery, especially in individuals over the age of 60 who are experiencing sarcopenia and joint degeneration. That food is grass-fed collagen peptides, a highly bioavailable form of protein that dissolves easily in hot liquids and can be absorbed quickly by the body. Adding this superfood to your morning coffee can transform it into a muscle-repairing, anti-aging elixir. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, responsible for maintaining the structure and integrity of skin, bones, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. As we age, however, natural collagen production begins to decline, often starting in our mid-30s and accelerating by our 60s. This leads to stiffer joints, weaker tendons, sagging skin, and reduced muscle mass. For seniors, this decline contributes directly to limited mobility, joint pain, and a higher risk of injury. Collagen peptides, particularly types I and 3, are rich in 3 amino acids that are not commonly found in other protein sources: glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These amino acids play a crucial role in tissue repair, especially when it comes to rebuilding the connective tissues that support and surround muscle fibers and joints. Unlike whole collagen, hydrolyzed collagen peptides are broken down into smaller amino acid chains, making them easier to digest and absorb. When added to a morning coffee, they are quickly assimilated into the bloodstream and delivered to tissues in need of repair. This makes timing important. After a night of fasting, the body is in a slightly catabolic state, meaning it's breaking down tissue for energy. By supplying collagen peptides in your first cup of coffee, you're helping to shift that state into one of recovery and rebuilding. The body can then use those amino acids to support lean muscle retention, strengthen ligaments and cartilage, and even help rebuild damaged joint tissue. But the benefits don't stop there. Collagen also supports the gut lining, improving nutrient absorption, a common challenge in older adults. A healthier gut means better absorption of minerals like magnesium, zinc, and calcium, which are vital for muscle function and bone strength. For even more impact, combine collagen with healthy fats like MCT oil or grass-fed butter in your coffee. These fats promote the production of ketones, which are an efficient energy source for both the brain and muscles. The resulting collagen coffee not only provides lasting energy without a blood sugar crash, but also enhances focus, metabolism, and recovery. Additionally, adding cinnamon or turmeric to the mix brings anti-inflammatory benefits, further aiding in joint recovery and muscle soreness reduction. In conclusion, adding a scoop of grass-fed collagen peptides to your morning coffee is one of the simplest and most effective habits seniors can adopt to combat muscle loss, reduce joint discomfort, and maintain physical independence. It's a powerful natural tool to stimulate internal repair mechanisms without the need for pharmaceuticals or synthetic supplements. Supporting fast-twitch muscle fibers, reducing inflammation, and improving protein synthesis are 3 of the most critical strategies for preserving muscle mass and strength after age 60. This is especially important because as we age, we tend to lose fast-twitch muscle fibers at a much faster rate than slow-twitch fibers. Fast-twitch fibers are responsible for explosive movements, balance, quick reactions, and strength. Without active support, they can atrophy, leading to weakness, instability, and a much higher risk of falls or fractures. One highly effective method to combat this involves a combination of targeted nutrition and specific lifestyle habits, most notably the regular use of collagen peptides, omega-3 fatty acids, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds in the context of consistent movement and recovery-enhancing routines. Fast-twitch fibers require not just stimulation from resistance exercises, but also a supply of amino acids that can be quickly and efficiently used by the body. This is where highly bioavailable protein sources such as collagen peptides or complete plant-based proteins like hemp or spirulina come in. These sources provide the essential amino acids, especially leucine, isoleucine, and valine, that directly trigger muscle protein synthesis, particularly in the type 2 fast-twitch fibers that seniors often neglect or lose. Inflammation is another barrier that blocks muscle recovery and repair. Chronic low-grade inflammation interferes with the signaling pathways responsible for muscle regeneration. Over time, this causes the body to break down more muscle tissue than it can build, leading to sarcopenia. But anti-inflammatory nutrients such as omega-3s from flaxseed or fish oil, magnesium, turmeric, ginger, and antioxidants found in nuts and seeds can directly reduce systemic inflammation. This reduction creates an internal environment that allows muscle cells to recover and regrow faster, especially after exercise or physical strain. Moreover, enhancing protein synthesis is essential because muscle is constantly in a state of turnover, and the balance between breakdown and synthesis determines whether you gain or lose muscle mass. After age 60, our ability to synthesize muscle protein becomes less efficient, a condition known as anabolic resistance. This means the body needs both more protein and more frequent stimulation, either through diet or light resistance activity, to maintain muscle. Collagen peptides, when taken with morning coffee or before bed, help kickstart this process. The high glycine and proline content also supports the structural components of muscle, tendons, and ligaments. Pairing this with resistance bands, walking uphill, or lightweight bearing movements during the day creates the perfect muscle-preserving loop: stimulation, nutrition, recovery, and growth. Finally, mitochondrial health plays a big role, supporting mitochondria with nutrients like CoQ10, B vitamins, and L-carnitine, improves energy production inside muscle cells, which translates to better muscle contractions, less fatigue, and more effective protein use. In short, this combined method, nutritional support, collagen-rich coffee, anti-inflammatory nutrients, and light, fast twitch-targeted exercises can dramatically enhance protein synthesis, protect fast-twitch muscle fibers, and reduce the inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown in seniors. It's simple, effective, and completely natural.